Let's start with your reading, Cancer. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future. And then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. Wow. All right. The main energy for the reading is the Tower. There's a lot going on right now in your life. When we have the Tower as the main energy, it's clear that you are definitely going through something and potentially you feel the need for some clarity or some word of advice. And it's normal because when the Tower happens, it makes you feel a little lost and it makes it hard for you to really understand what's important and what to do in that specific moment. First thing first, please keep in mind that not all the storms come in to disrupt. Some of them come in to clear the path ahead. You might be experiencing a time in your life where you're not sure why certain things are happening the way they are, and maybe you feel as though you keep losing control when it comes to specific people, situations. But what we see so far is that your commitment is being tested, which really begs the question, what is it that you are committed to right now, Cancer? Are you committed to yourself? Or are you committed too much to other people, to other situations? Let's find out. In the recent past, the Chariot and the World, you have been through so many changes lately, Cancer. So many things around you that kept changing, sometimes without even you wanting for them to change, but things that maybe needed to transform in that moment. There is something here that really caught you off guard. And maybe looking back, you tell yourself, I should have seen that coming. I should have seen that Chariot energy coming in and changing everything. But hey, don't forget that it's always very easy to predict things in hindsight. It's much harder when you are in the middle of things. So don't be hard on yourself. We'll come back to this to understand what happened back then and what else you should know about that situation, okay? In the present, we have the Queen of Wands and the Seven of Cups. On one hand, you seem to be determined to move forward, but I do see a major conflict within you. You're wanting to let go of the past, you're wanting to find that passion, that love for yourself once again, but at the same time, you're missing the person, missing the connection, and just wishing that things never ended up the way they eventually did. And that's potentially what keeps you stuck right now, because you assume that when you miss someone, then it means that you should try to reconnect with them. But that's actually not the case. At some point, you have to realize that some people can stay in your heart, but not in your life. And that sometimes you can miss someone without wanting them back. There is something cooking for you right now, Cancer, something that will really end up helping you out in the end. We'll see what this is going to be. In the near future, we have Temperance and the Empress. With patience, you're going to get exactly where you wanted to get. Happy to see this Empress right here, especially coming from the Seven of Cups. There is something that is really making you feel good in the near future. Feeling like yourself again. Something that will actually remind you who you really are. We see the situation turning around for you in a very unexpected way. It's clear that you've started giving up on a lot of things, but when this comes in, it will bring back that hope that you have lost recently, potentially. We'll see what this is going to be when we clarify. Hang in there. So let's start clarifying and let's begin with your recent past. Sorry, too many cards. This past lives card is exactly the one that just flipped while I was shuffling. Nine of Cups, the vessel, and the bridge. So let me tell you what's going on here. One of the reasons why you felt lost back then, it's because something happened and it made you realize that you did not have a fallback plan. That's what I'm getting, the first message that I'm getting from these cards, materially, emotionally. And that thought alone made you feel very, very lost. There is something right here that you really wanted and you really gave your all to this. But also, I see here a pattern of things that have happened with past lives that recently really made you feel directionless, feeling as though the only direction you really wanted to go was backwards, perhaps back to that, back to a happy place, or back to warn your old self so that the fall would have not hurt as much. Nine of Cups, you recognize that you really wanted this, that for you this was very, very important. But you wish you could just go back and say, hey, Cancer, focus on this instead, or use this approach instead. It seems like at times you hold on to a situation or to a person with the excuse of looking for closure or clarification. It's as if with this bridge, you're telling yourself, in order to get to the other side, first, this has to happen. Or I need to see this, I need to hear this. The overall energy that I see here, it's an energy that is anticipating a big transformation in your life. But some of you have been resisting this change. Two of Swords over here. You have been postponing something, ended up making things worse for yourself. All I can say so far is go with the flow, Cancer. It's time to trust the process and see where all of this is going to take you in the future. So a lot of messages already here, but let's see where this is taking you today in the present. And let's clarify the current energies. Okay. All right here we have the Seven of Cups again with Death, the Spirit Plane, and the Ace of Swords. Important, very important. And you know what's very important right now, especially with this Ace of Swords here? It's important for you to not let your emotions gaslight you. It's easy to fall in temptation, but it's time to consciously decide to move forward and not keep yourself stuck anymore. Death, transformation, letting go of something so that you can go somewhere else, so that you can start something else. There is something around you that is slowly starting to take shape, yes, but its final form will depend on how much you're still holding on to the past. The Spirit Plane comes up when something is cooking, something that you cannot see, but that it's trying to manifest, it's trying to take shape around you. This is something that actually looks quite beautiful for you. It feels like a redemption moment, you know, a breaking free moment, a time in which you'll start to breathe again without that weight on your chest. And also a time where you start feeling good about how this situation is evolving for you. This is good news. And I don't know why, but a very pleasant discovery, you know? Let's see if I can find out more with the next energies, and let's clarify the near future messages. Five of Swords and Five of Wands. Entertainer and another five of Pentacles. But we have the Seven of Pentacles right here. I see a very important message over here. Here's the thing. In order to find direction again, you need to find yourself again. I see right here that you feel a lot of conflict, you feel a lot of imbalance overall when it comes to the situation, but when it comes potentially to your life as well. You know what you need to do? You need to remind to yourself who you are. You have definitely forgotten that you have this beautiful, charming personality, this effortless magnetism for the people around you that you often ignore or underestimate. The truth is that you don't have to compromise, because you know what? You don't need to compromise. You don't need to put yourself in these conflicts, in these type of very unbalanced situation. This is a time for you to fall in love, but to fall in love with yourself all over again. Restore your self image and realize that sometimes people disappoint you and disappear from your life, yes, but they do so that you can be redirected to something better. And something better is already here, knocking at your door. There are two things here that I see. I see redemption and I see new love as well. There is someone here opening up their heart to you, the entertainer, someone who wants to get your attention, who wants to really impress you for some reason. Right here, someone wants a new beginning with you and they really want to go all out for it. But also, I see someone who will say something, maybe big, maybe small, with this Five of Wands, that will immediately make you change your mind on how they feel for you. It's like you've started this new chapter where you see things for what they really are, and that itself has a lot of power. But also, I see here you starting loving yourself again. And now the love comes rushing in from all sources, actually. You know, the truth is that every single time you love someone more than they deserve, they will be able to hurt you more than you deserve. And now things are going to change for good, Cancer. Let's keep looking into the details of this next, because definitely we have a lot coming in and we need more cards. So let's see what's coming your way, what these two events are going to be about. Let's see where all of this is going to take you next. And also, let's see what else you should expect in the next few months ahead, Cancer. Let's keep going with your reading. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free, personal, live, 45-minute reading. I send out emails every Monday morning. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview. Yes, coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Cancer. I hope you are as excited as I am about this card over here, the bridging energy, taking us from this current situation to the incoming events instead is the Sun. And I just see you thinking and feeling inside of you, saying out loud, potentially, the word finally. It's as if you have been waiting for this outcome, for this energy. You have been waiting to feel this way for a very long time. Maybe it's not many years, for example, but it definitely feels like it, which at the end of the day, it's the same thing, because time is an emotional thing. And so right here with the Sun, I want to immediately say, get ready to find happiness again. Major happiness. This is a major release and definitely a strong excitement that will just make you feel alive again. And, you know, I see you shifting from a position of feeling burdened to a position of instead feeling like you have wings and you can be yourself again, especially considering the Empress right here. Yes, temperance. Don't rush things and arm yourself with some patience. But honestly, Cancer, you have waited long enough already. What is this extra few, I don't know, days, weeks, months? I cannot tell. But I see where you're headed. And honestly, that's the most important thing. Also, you have an important choice to make. And at first you will underestimate it, but we see that this will actually change the next long cycle for you, potentially the next 10 years of, let me see, I want to get more information about it. So let's see what is coming your way. The Fool. You are clearly on the verge of something big, of a new chapter. We got the Fool, we got right there the world and death. So it's clear that something is changing and it's never going to be the same. So let's immediately clarify the Sun and let's see what it's going to make you feel that way in the near future. Okay. It's interesting because what we see right here is an unexpected conversation which connects exactly with the main energy, and a reveal, something you didn't know, something that you thought might have been true, but that you could never truly be certain about. But once these messages come in, it won't be in your head anymore. It will be right there, right before your eyes, for you to read, for you to really see and to really believe, because it's not coming from you, it's coming from an external source. What is this? First of all, we see this air one.